So the advertising campaign. We started thinking about the advertising campaign from a point of reference of the collection. And since our collection was talking about the future, having Blade Runner references contrasted with these ethnic elements, we thought it was very interesting to explore a little bit the future, the effect of the Blade Runner. We started thinking and came up with this idea that 20 years ago, when you were thinking about the future, we thought that everybody would be flying into space, living in glass bubbles, everything would be plastic, or there would be spaceships everywhere. And in the end, we're now in 2007, and if I would have thought back 20 years ago about 2007, I thought it would be completely different. What people are talking about now is organic nature. More and more than ever, people have nostalgic references rather than futuristic or technological elements. In the end, the technology is becoming just a little help. We came up with this idea, which we have called Human After All. And we've created these settings that are extremely futuristic, with very futuristic backgrounds. Styled our people also with the collection in a sort of a futuristic way, but actually are extremely human. For example, we have this scene of a cloning factory in where you see a father and his son. The son has just broken one of the test tubes in which the clones were made, and the father is very angry at the son, and the son is very ashamed. It's a really recognizable human thing that makes you kind of smile, an emotion everybody knows, set in a completely cold and futuristic setting. So you're playing with these two emotions all the time. Another example is a futuristic spaceship with two beautiful models driving around it. In front of them is another spaceship with two kids that are making faces, like kids do. We shot the campaign with a photographer that's actually not started as a photographer but as a director. He's called Jan Rank. He's done some very interesting videos, but he's more famous for his work for Madonna videos and Karl Lagerfeld video for H&M. We actually started to work with him as a photographer because he has a very cinematic approach. So it was very interesting because we've created these really big sets. So what you see on the pictures is all real made. So we had this very, very big film studios creating a space kitchen, creating a station, creating this futuristic post office. Every picture took about like 4 hours only to set the lighting because it was an insane way of working. That's really, really interesting because of the angles that we have been making are very new profession in photography, especially in advertising. The stylist was Hattie Wilson, and it was all shot in 6 days in London. At the same time, we were also shooting the L'Oreal ad campaign with Nick Knight, so we had to literally go from one shooting to the other. We did the whole day, the diesel shooting. And then at night time we did the shooting for L'Oreal with Nick Knight in another studio on the other side of London. So it's been a hectic time, but a very, very nice experience, especially because we were really happy with the outcome of these pictures. I think they're very diesel and very human after all.